Hey guys, welcome to another episode about R programming. Today we are going to talk about repeat loop. And this loop it's nothing but while loop just without any condition. So by default this loop it's infinite. And in order to use it you are going to use keyword repeat and squiggly brackets. So whatever code you put inside of this loop is going to be repeated continuously. So I'm just going to print something out. Okay, like this, but now you have to provide way to jump out from this loop, and for that we are going to use keyword break. So what is going to happen when we enter this loop? This first line of code is going to be executed. So we are going to print something to the screen, and then we are going to jump out from this loop with this break keyword, and I'm going to execute this code right now. So exactly as I said, we got something printed and we jumped out from the loop. But now if you want to control number of repetition, you need another variable for that. I'm going to create variable counter and I'm going to assign value of 0 to it. Now we are going to print value of counter like this. We are going to raise value of counter by 1 per every repetition like this. And now we are going to test value of counter. If counter greater than 10, we are going to break out. And if you ask yourself what actually this means, if you have some loop that is going to execute code with only one line, you don't need squiggly brackets. So if I write something like this, or if I use squiggly brackets like this, it's exactly the same. But if your loop has multiple lines to execute, like in case of repeat loop, then squiggly brackets are necessary. So now what is going to happen? First, we have this variable counter set to 0. We are going to print a value of counter with every repetition, but then we are going to raise value of counter by 1. Then by every repetition counter is going to be closer to this limit of 11, and when it reaches that limit we are going to jump out from this loop. Now I'm going to execute this code, and you see we have values printed from 0 to 10, and there is no 11 printed. So guys, thank you for watching. I hope that you have learned something interesting, so please like, subscribe, and see ya!